Welcome to the latest update, in which we're delighted to tell you about the progress that Zambezi Sunrise has made over 2023 and 2024. A lot has happened.
Our principal project has remained the construction of Linda Community School, a school for vulnerable children situated in the outskirts of Livingstone, Zambia. Since we became involved with this school, it has been transformed from 470 primary-aged children in inadequate and very cramped conditions to a purpose-built primary and secondary school with a preschool class and adult education as well.
It now boasts nearly 800 children, and we are delighted that as 2024 comes to a close, our first ever grade 12 will be graduating, the senior year in a Zambian education system. We have been able to build a new classroom for these children, as well as supply them with the necessary textbooks as they have progressed through the grades.
For these children, many of whom face the prospect of not going to school or failing to complete it, this will be a life-changing journey, and we're extremely grateful to everyone who has helped us help them with it. The school's results steadily improve, and it was awarded examination centre status at the end of 2023, allowing children to sit public examinations under the school's own auspices.
Its reputation is growing, with children now walking up to 2 hours each way to attend. Early 2023 saw the opening ceremony for the latest 3 classroom block, providing classrooms for grades 10, 11 and 12, as well as an improved administration office.
We were delighted to have classrooms opened by one of our donors from America, as well as the Mayor of Livingstone and the District Education Board Secretary. There was also a formal opening delayed by the COVID pandemic for the grade 8 classroom that had been previously built with support from our partners from Sonskin in Belgium.
A year later, it was time for another opening celebration, as a supporter from Ireland acted on behalf of all our donors and opened our science lab, a first for the school and a transformative asset for the teaching of science to the children. For the first time, pupils will be able to experience practical science, with the lab being fully equipped with gas, water and electricity for experiments. And we are thrilled that several surrounding schools have also been able to book time to use this major resource.
The Mayor of Livingstone and the District Education Board Secretary were again on hand to help us mark this occasion. Her Worship the Mayor was also able to open yet another innovative structure. And Nsaka is a meeting place, and the one we built at the school has a variety of uses, from being an additional location for teaching and reading, a sheltered place for eating, and the new home of our women's empowerment group Taese Craft Initiative. The way it is designed, however, is what led to us being awarded the runner-up prize for the Engineers Trust Outreach Award from the Worshipful Company of Engineers in London.
This Nsaka uses a traditional wooden roof structure and grass thatched roof, but it is combined with an innovative surrounding wall and inner bench. These were made from eco bricks, discarded plastic drinks bottles crammed full with rubbish to make a solid brick.
As well as recycling about 5,000 bottles and helping with a local litter problem, it gave the children a sense of ownership of their building. A competition was launched to see who could make the most bottles, with prizes for the winner in each grade and the class who produced the most.
Well done, grade 7. Those prizes came from one of our supporting schools, Durham School, as did more of the ongoing large-scale uniform donations from both Durham and the Chorister School.
In the morning, I see the children smiling and playing.
Our cooperation and contacts with Livingstone City Council also saw their donation of gravel, equipment and staff to provide us with a solid, permanently dry central area for the school, as well as an improved access road. The school's new sign welcomes children and visitors to a site very different from when we began, with 12 classrooms and a lab fully equipped with desks, books and other teaching necessities.
The school also provides a Home for Homework club, an opportunity for volunteers from various organisations to support the children after completing their school elsewhere.
Looking forward, supporters were able to install internet access to the head teacher's office with a view to extending it to classrooms in the future.
The Science Lab was part funded by our 2022 Big Give Christmas Challenge campaign. As 2024 comes to a close, we see the completion of the object of 2023's Big Give Christmas Challenge, a large new ablution block and drainage system that takes account of the increase of over 300 in the number of children in the school since we began.
The Big Give Christmas Challenge is an annual online fundraiser that allows supporters around the world to double the value of a donation through match funding. We're incredibly grateful to everyone who does so.
Elsewhere in Zambia, our support for Nekachea continued. We were delighted to be invited to speak at the opening of their first classroom block at their new site, which includes an ablution block, part funded by Zambezi Sunrise. Our support to Nekachea has included additional reading and textbooks, the latter being funded by events held at our Link School, Shotley Bridge Primary School in England. That link, now 7 years old, continued with letter and art exchanges, video links, as well as our visits by our trustee.
Dyslexia training for the staff was also facilitated and delivered by a supporter in the UK who initially became aware of us because of one of our talks to a women's institute in County Durham. We were delighted when Nekachea also achieved examination centre status in 2023. In 2024, two of our trustees were pleased to be able to again visit Njoka Malomo Basic School in Zambia's Western Province.
This is a very remote school in Barotsi land that Zambezi Sunrise has been supporting with the provision of reading books for several years.
Many of the children walk such distances that it's necessary for them to board during the week. Sadly, the accommodation situation was very difficult, with up to 9 children in a small hut or pupils living in worn-out tents. We were able to provide a relatively quick solution utilising local materials and know-how by funding the construction of another 3 accommodation huts, with a further 3 being financed by our partners from Sunskin who had accompanied us on the visit. Uniform donations from the UK were also distributed, and our support has now extended to the provision of textbooks for grades 8 and 9.
It's not all about schools, however. The Women's Empowerment Group that we helped establish over 7 years ago has continued to go from strength to strength. Tieze, which means Let's Try, Craft Initiative, is composed of ladies from the Linda compound, the area in which we have built the community school. They are now located there with the secure storage as well as the Nsaka to meet and work outside of school hours. They have made curtains for the school that we support, although they will be usually found making a variety of crafts for tourists and volunteers. Notably, their products, with the new logo, are now to be found not only in a variety of local outlets, but also in the gift shop of the Livingstone Museum, Zambia's premier museum.
2024 also saw a major piece of recognition for them. Tieze were invited by the mayor to help represent Livingstone in the show tent when the President of Zambia visited the city for International Women's Day in April. It was an honour for their representative, Josephine, to meet President Hichilema, show him examples of their work and explain what they do, as well as give him a tie. The other ladies in the group were proud to take their place in the Women's March Past that day.
A wonderful part of assisting children in Zambia involves children in the UK as well. Our linking of their schools with our schools in Zambia enriches their own learning experience. We were delighted to welcome further schools over this period to our family of a dozen schools that are involved with us.
As ever, our live music night events with amazing musicians volunteering their time and talents have proved popular in both Durham and Whitby, and we're grateful to everyone who has attended these gatherings. This year, musical support is extended to some of the soundtrack to this video, with Ali Bullivant from England and CMP Mr. Power in Zambia writing and recording the Zambezi Sunrise song.
Zambezi sunrise in the morning. I see the children smiling and playing. I see them learning.
We couldn't do it without our wonderful supporters.
Thank you so very much.
You touched my heart today. Zambezi sunrise in the morning. I see the children smiling and playing. I see them learning. I see them laughing. Zambezi sunrise, you touch my heart today.